Hello, my lovely viewers. I'm Joski, and today we are back on Tier Maker. I'm making another tier list ranking video. If you remember, my last tier list ranking video was ranking the Angry Birds games, but the games I'm going to be ranking today are the 2D Mario games. Now, I was gonna rank all the Mario games, but I haven't played like all the 3D Mario games, or at least haven't finished all of them. Like I still haven't played 3D World, which I really want to play because it's coming out in February. I can't wait for that. But I have played all the 2D Mario games, so yeah, those are the ones gonna be ranking today. For some reason, Super Mario 3D World and Super Mario Bros. Deluxe are on here. I'm not gonna be ranking them because like Super Mario 3D World isn't even a 2D Mario game. Why is that on here? And this is basically just a port of the original Mario. It's not a port, like it's more of a remix slash remaster of the original, but I'm still not gonna rank it because it's not really its own Mario game. Alright, so first gonna start out with Super Mario Bros. A little bit in popular opinion, but that's gotta go in D tier. Wait, not D tier. I'll put it in C tier. Still pretty much an unpopular opinion. The reason why I put this in C tier is just like, as I said in the other Angry Birds ranking video, usually in almost every game franchise, the first game in the series is the most overrated one. Again, I think Super Mario Bros. Is overrated. It's really not that great. Like, the physics are really bad. Like, all the levels would be pretty easy if it weren't for the terrible physics in the game. Like, like, you're trying to make a jump, but, like, if you're not running before the jump has, like, literally no momentum in it. It feels so awkward. It feels so weird. There's also not that many power-ups. There's only three power-ups if you include the star, which I gotta include the star, so there's only three power-ups, really. It's basically the most basic. It has the worst physics. It's just not that great. But I didn't put it in D tier, and you'll see why. Then next you have the original Super Mario Bros. 2. That's going in D tier. It's Super Mario Bros. Just with worse designed levels. The levels in this are designed terribly. Like, it's really difficult, and I don't rank games based on difficulty. Like, I'm not gonna rank a harder game, like, lower because it's too hard, or I'm not gonna rank an easier game lower because it's too easy. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. But, like, this game is bullshit hard, which is where I say it's just bad level design. Like, it still keeps all the bad physics. It still doesn't have, like, really, only has three power-ups, not including the poison mushroom, because that's not a power up. That's more a power down. But yeah, it's basically Super Mario Bros. But with terrible level design. So that's gotta go in D tier. It's just terrible. I hate it. Except Super Mario Bros. 2. I will put that in. I'll also put that in C tier. I'm one of the people who think Super Mario Bros. 2 is better than Super Mario Bros. Because, like, I think it just has better designed levels. Like, I like the gameplay. Super Mario Bros. A little bit better, but I think Super Mario Bros. 2 does a better job with its style of gameplay. Like, you can choose between multiple different characters, which they actually haven't brought back in a 2D Mario game ever, like where you can play as Mario, Luigi, Peach, or Toad with all different abilities. Like they never brought that back in a 2D Mario game. They did bring it back in 3D World, which is why I love that, but that's not on the list. That's not a 2D Mario game. But yeah, they never brought that back, and I would really enjoy it if they did bring that back. Um, but yeah, the levels still aren't too well designed. Like for really all NES games, like I have a big problem with all NES games that the levels really aren't that well designed and it can usually get pretty bullshit hard and frustrating in them. That's the problem I have with all NES games, with most NES games at least. Super Mario Bros. 2 is no exception. It's the same with Super Mario Bros. And Lost Levels. They all have the same problem. But yeah, C tier for that one. Super Mario Bros. 3, I will put that in B tier. Probably another unpopular opinion. But I don't really like Super Mario Bros. 3. Like, sometimes levels can get really bullshit. Like, the level design is the main reason why I don't like it. like they can get really bullshit, like especially that fortress in like I forget which world it was, but like it's like filled with bricks. Have to hit a certain brick to get like a P switch. Like, how was I supposed to know that? Like, I had to look it up, and like this came out in 1989, I think, where there was no real internet. And how was you supposed to figure that out? And that was a required level. Like, as some of the worst designed levels that I've ever seen in a Mario game. But I put it above them because I think overall it's still a better game. Like it has an overworld map. Has a lot of power ups, especially from the time. A lot of enemies in it. So I think overall it's a better game, just with a lot of really bad design levels. But I think overall it's a better game than the other two. Super Mario Land, that's also going in D tier. Because mostly just because like it was on a Game Boy, like of course it wasn't gonna be as good as the other games, but like just really wasn't that great. The physics were a little bit janky. Not as janky as the original Super Mario Bros., but pretty janky. It still only has 3 power-ups. The Super Ball, the Mushroom, and the Star. The Super Ball sucks. I hate the Super Ball. It's really bad, and it's really annoying. It's one of my least favorite Mario power-ups, ever. So, yeah, for all those reasons, it really is a D tier. It's also, like, looks really bad. Like I get that it's a what the fuck. I get that it's I don't know what happened. I just kind of opened the code for this thing. I don't know why. But like it really like it was on a Game Boy. Like I get why it looks like that, but I just don't like the way it looks. It's just not a good game, at least by today's standards. Like that is probably a credible game, like back then, but by today's standards, it's not really that great. Super Mario World, I'll put that in A tier. Super Mario World is great. Like it's in my opinion at least, it's the first modern Mario game because like it's the first 2D Mario game, but there's Mario game in general that I feel like actually has like more modern approach to it. Like I feel like Super Mario World is is closer to the new Super Mario Bros. Series, and as a style of gameplay and. Yeah, just in style of gameplay and level design as it is to the original 3 games. Like how you say that they're every fortress. Like it's a lot more forgiving, and the difficulty is still more unmatched with the new Super Mario Bros. Series. So yeah, I like the new Super Mario Bros. Series. I like them more than the older games. So yeah, I think Super Mario was the first really modern Mario game, and yeah, I really like it. It doesn't get S tier because there are some bullshit elements that I kept from the original series. Like sometimes I can't see like there was this time where I got shot out of like where those cannon pipes and had to jump on a Koopa Troopa. So I had no idea, like there's no indicator I had to do that. So I just died. There's also a lot of secret exits. Like secret exits in and of themselves aren't bad. Like they're cool, like you get to find a secret exit to somewhere. But like sometimes they're required, which I hate. Like Chocolate Mountain and Forest of Illusion, I hate those worlds so much because there's required secret exits, which are terrible. They completely go against the point of secret exits. Also, like, there's mandatory power-ups sometimes. Like, like a traditional Mario level a good traditional Mario level should never have mandatory power-ups to beat the level. Like, in Super Mario World, like the level I'm talking about was like a level in Chocolate Mountain where you had to find a secret exit for it, which is already pretty bad, like mandatory secret exits. Like, to complete the level itself, you didn't need to have a power-up, but like to find the secret exit, which you need to find to progress, you need a cape feather, which you need to keep from like an earlier point in the level. And mandatory power-ups are terrible. I actually hate when Mario games have mandatory power-ups. And that's not the only time there was. So yeah, it's gotta get an A tier. I still think it's a good game besides all those, but it doesn't get an S tier for those reasons. Super Mario Land 2, Sticks of Golden Coins. Um, I really like this game. I'll put it in B tier. You know what? Yeah, I'll put it in B tier. Mostly just because, like, I really like the idea of how you get to choose, like where you want, just which world you want to start in. No, you know what? I'll put it in C tier because like it kind of does like make a problem where there's like really like no difficulty spikes in the game. Like each one of the worlds has to be like really the same amount of difficulty because like you have to choose between all of them. And then even if they were the same amount of difficulty, like it'd still be no difficulty spike, and the game would feel really weird. Like you would go to a really hard world and do a really easy world. So there's really no way to fix this problem besides like not letting you choose, which is why I don't think they let you choose which world start is kind of like it's kind of a cool idea, but it doesn't really work in execution too much. Still, the physics are still a little bit weird. It still does look pretty bad since it's on the Game Boy. It looks a lot better than the original Super Mario Bros. Super Mario Land, I mean. But yeah, I can really only give it a C tier. It's not really that great. Yoshi's Island, though, I'll give that a high B tier. I like Yoshi's Island. I usually don't really count it as a Mario game. I count it more as a Yoshi game, but like it's on here, so I might as well rank it in the ranking video. But yeah, I like it. I like it. You get to play as Yoshi. Get to lick up enemies with your tongue. It's fun. It introduces Yoshi's flutter jump, which I really like. I think it's a really good jump for Yoshi. I really like the art style of the game too. Like it looks really good. It has like this crayon drawn art style, which I really like. Um, but yeah, Yoshi's Island. I think that's a solid B tier. But yeah, after Super Mario Bros, not Super Mario Bros, Super Mario Land 2, they kind of took like a break from 2D Mario games and focused on 3D Mario games. But like after that, we got New Super Mario Bros. New Super Mario Bros. I'll give B tier. Like this game is definitely overrated, probably because like it's the first time we got a 2D Mario game in like 15 years. So I think people like kind of overrate the game. It's really not that great. There's not really too many power ups. Like there's the mushroom, the fire flower, the star, and the ones they added were the blue shell, the mega mushroom, the mini mushroom. The mega mushroom is barely used in the game, even though it's literally on the fucking box art. It's barely used in the game. The mini mushroom is cool, I guess. It's really only used to find secrets. Like it's not really that great. And the blue shell is just kind of sucks. I don't really like the blue shell. It's just kind of annoying. Like you just roll around in a shell and you can't really stop. It's cool, I guess. I don't think it's like really too special. Like then the power ups are really cool in it. It's just a pretty like dull and average Mario game. I think because the levels are pretty well designed, which is why I put it above Yoshi's Island Super Mario Bros. 3, and which is why it's this high up. But yeah, overall, I think it's pretty overrated. It's not really that great. Next, I have New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I will put that in. Mm, I'll put that in A tier. I'll put New Super Mario Bros. Wii in A tier. Like the main problem they have with the game is the level design in the earlier levels. Like it's really too open for me. Like there's like long stretches of land with no enemies. It feels really deserted because it was made for multiplayer. Which I'm not gonna like the multiplayer is pretty fun, but like even still with the multiplayer, like it doesn't really like the single player is hurt by the multiplayer experience. And like I know it's a multiplayer game. I like some people have the same complaint for 3D World, but for 3D World, I think it's less noticeable. Like I haven't played the game, but like when I see the game, I think it's less noticeable, and because it's a 3D game. But this one is a 2D game, so it's a lot more noticeable when there's long stretches of land with like no enemies in them. It feels kind of deserted. Like I know it's made for multiplayer, but like it kind of hinders the single player experience. Like I think like Mario games like need to find a balance between like a good multiplayer experience and a good single player experience, which is what I think another game on this list does. Not we're gonna talk about that, but Super Mario Bros. 2, not New Super Mario Bros. 2, not Super Mario Bros. 2. I will put that. Yeah, I'll put that below Super Mario Bros. 3. This is my least favorite new Super Mario Bros. Game. Mostly because, like, I feel like the coin gimmick kind of sacrifices the actual level design for, just the coin gimmick. Like, I don't really like the coin gimmick. Some people complain about this game being too easy. As I said earlier in the video, don't really rank games based on their difficulty. But, like, the fact that 100 coins still gives you a 1-up, even with, like, there being, like, tons of coins in this game, like, it feels less, like, I don't like it as much because, it's too easy. I don't like it because it's just, like, a bad game design element that, like, you're adding so many coins, you're still making 100 coins a 1-up. Just feels like bad game design. So yeah, this is probably my least favorite. Not my least favorite 2D Mario game. My least favorite New Super Mario Bros. Game. I still think it's pretty good. Still think it's a pretty underrated game. I still really enjoyed the game, but like it just wasn't that great. Like it wasn't even like that creative either. Like the main power up, which is something that makes me mad. But like the main power up in the game is literally taken from Super Mario Bros. 3. They didn't even have an actual main power up, an original main power up, which kind of pisses me off more than it should. But yeah, I gotta give it a B tier. I can't really give it anything above that. It's not really that great. A New Super Mario Bros. U. What I was saving the S tier for. My favorite 2D Mario game and the best game, 2D Mario game in my opinion. I love New Super Mario Bros. U. As I was saying, I think it strikes the perfect balance between a multiplayer experience and a single player experience. Because like the levels are, you can play them in multiplayer, but like it's still fun to play in single player too, which is the thing I had, which is the problem I have with New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I think the levels are the best designed in the entire series. Like the levels just feel so good to play, so much fun. It has the most power ups in the entire series. It introduced the squirrel suit, which is one of my favorite Mario power ups. Like I love the squirrel suit; it's so much fun to use. Um, like it just takes something from every Mario game prior, which is what I really love about it. It just takes something from every Mario game and puts it all together in this really fun package. I love it, which is why it gets S tier. And then Super Mario Run, that's gonna go in D tier. Like I'll put it above the Lost levels. It's not really that great, but yeah, that's really all I have to say about the 2D Mario games. Yeah, some unpopular opinions, but like those are just my opinions. You can like you don't agree with this list, that's fine. Like you should have your own opinions. But yeah, that's really all I have for this video. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that good stuff, and see you next video.